What's going on, y'all? Young living every day, giving it to you uncut straight, man. Now, look, man. Today, man, the topic, man, is about the lady. That's the therapist, the black lady that's a therapist. She ended up losing her job because of the way she behaved on TikTok and on social media. Listen, y'all, we about to get into it right now.
If you want to be a hoe, be a hoe.
Hold on, I gotta rewind that, y'all.
Okay, since some of y'all need the confirmation from mental health professionals, if you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. If you want to be a slut, be a slut. If you want to go thought it out in the streets, bye, bitch. Be in the fucking streets. But definitely be safe about it.
Now, check this out. This lady's supposed to be a therapist. Now, notice she's in her room, in a room where she do her therapy. I'm willing to bet, and she's making these videos encouraging women to be thoughts, but yet and still she's promoting bringing more trauma to a woman, you know, because the more men they sleep with, they lose that ability to pair bond. But this is what she's advocating for females. Supposed to be a therapist, but she's telling women to go out and be whores. Like I said before, y'all, man, y'all better get your passports, man. It's over with, man. But let's continue.
And try to find people that are reasonably sane. But other than that, YOLO, shake that shit open. Because you know why? Because you know why? You're going to die. And you want to be in your death, baby, like, damn, I should have slobbed on this nut. Like, come on, you want to be there?
You see this? A ghetto hood ratchet therapist. You're supposed to be a therapist, and you telling women to slob on knobs like corn on the cob. Telling girls they should go out and hop on as many sausages as they can before they leave the earth. Let's continue.
No, you want to tell your grandkids, yes, I was thotting, I was popping, I was living my life. Because you know why, bitch, you're going to die. So if you're thinking, should I sit on this shit?
You want to tell your grandkids you were thotting, you were popping, living your life. That's the information that she's advertising to women. This is the advice that she's giving to young girls, telling them to go out, be a thought, be a whore, and tell this to your grandkids. The black community is so broken, man. And this is supposed to be a therapist, though. She's supposed to help heal people. But we're gonna continue, y'all. It gets, we're gonna peel off more and more layers. We're gonna continue.
Sit on it. Sit on it. Sit on it. I'm a strong advocate for being a slut. Make sure you get that clean bill of health and use that protection, because we ain't trying to get trapped out here. We ain't trying.
She said, let's rewind it back just a little
bit.
Pay attention to what she said.
We ain't trying to get trapped out here. Strong advocate for being a slut.
I'm a strong advocate for being a slut. A therapist is supposed to help people. It's on social media saying in her office, saying that she's a strong advocate for being a slut. And reading some of the comments, there's people who are promoting this, who are supporting this behavior. Y'all better get y'all passports, man. Guys, I'm telling you, it's over. Continue.
Make sure you get that clean bill of health and use that protection, because we ain't trying to get trapped out here. We ain't trying to get. But yeah, be a hoe. Your therapist co-signed it.
Be a hoe. Your therapist co-signed it.
She belongs to the streets.
Well, let's continue.
Mental and emotional disorders and have an.
Excuse me. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna rewind that.
I love the cuteness of this comment. It says, being a therapist don't give you advantages over picking better men. There is no amount of training or credentials that will prepare you for the amount of audacity that these men serve up on a daily motherfucking basis. Listen, I went to school for 8 years, and that don't prevent these motherfuckers from doing weirdo shit. Let's get into it. Listen, just because I specialize in mental and emotional disorders and have an extensive emotional vocabulary and intelligence does not mean that the motherfuckers walking through this door have the same. And to be quite frank and quite honest, my credentials don't prevent these motherfuckers from being weird as fuck. So, yeah, being a therapist has nothing, little, fuck all, zilch, nada, nothing to do with the healing that y'all need to do within y'all selves. Let's think about it. I go to therapy week.
Being in therapy has nothing to do with the healing that y'all need to do within yourselves. Now, notice that she's shaking, moving herself, twerking while she's saying this thing on camera, right? But guys, this is what you have to understand. This is what happened as a female when you go out and you have sex with too many guys. You lose your ability to pair bond, and then you start taking on these traits like a man. Now, notice how she's talking about she's a firm advocate for being a hoe. She's promoting that. So she can just hop from one sausage to the next without no attachment because she's been taking so many sausages to the gut that she has lost her ability to be able to pair bond with one guy. Most women, if a woman has extremely low body count or she's mostly attached to a guy, she doesn't have the ability to go out and just sleep with multiple guys. You see what I'm saying? Only women who have the ability to go out there and sleep with multiple guys without having no emotion and no attachment to them are women who have lost their ability to pair bond. That you clearly, you see what I'm saying, y'all? This lady has took a lot of sugar cane sticks to the gut, man. They didn't tap them sugar walls and activate them waterfalls on several counts, man. This is what happened when a girl becomes a whore. These are the type of women that you want to steer far away from, man. Get your passport, but we're going to continue.
Weekly. I journal, I meditate, I shake this ass for the spirits, for the gods, for the universe, to manifest the things that I want in life.
I shake this for the gods, for the spirits, the universe to manifest the things that I want in life. I twerk and manifest what I want in life. Let's continue.
However, have not been able to manifest somebody with some common fucking sense.
Clearly, you ain't been able to manifest somebody with some common sense because twerking and talking to the spirits and God is not the way to bond over prayer and meditation through twerking. And you can't manifest nobody because you lost your ability to pair bond and you're so damaged and you're so bust down that all you attract is toxic. And if you're promoting yourself like this online to where everybody can see it, no guy is going to take you serious. See, she don't even see the damage that she's doing. She's supposed to be a therapist, but yet you're online promoting yourself to be very promiscuous. At the same time, you want a man to take you serious. Do y'all see the contradiction there? Continue.
In fact, I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent with you. When I tell motherfuckers I'm a therapist, several things happen. One, they're just like, oh fuck, don't feel like seeing myself. I'm a skedaddle. Another thing happens, oh fuck, I can get free therapy and cooch from this bitch. No, I charge upwards of $100+ an hour. Y'all are not talking to me for free no more.
You see what she just said? Oh, I can get therapy and free cooch from this. You know the other word, y'all. I can get therapy and free cooch. I can get therapy and free cooch from this bitch. That's what she said. She said, I'm not giving it to you for free anymore. Meaning there were some guys who were some of her clients. And guess what she did? She was giving them free sessions and she was getting them, they was activating them they was tapping them sugar walls and activating them waterfalls. Now she's saying after she went out there and slept with some of her clients, now she's going to pull back because she had bad experiences. Why would you be having sex with different guys that are your clients? Business is business. Personal is personal. And then mixing business with pleasure, man. That's just a bad deal, y'all. But we're going to rewind it back just a little bit because I want y'all to hear this, man.
Fuck out of here.
Listen, just pay close attention.
I charge upwards of $100+ an hour. Y'all are not talking to me for free no more.
Y'all are not talking to me for free anymore because it was a few of those Pookies and Ray Rays who were her clients. Guess what? He was getting them free sessions, and what did happen? The show of the crown turned to a dick to ride on. He was activating them waterfall. excuse me, he was tapping them sugar walls and activating them waterfalls. And then he did a quarterback withdrawal. Let's continue.
Fuck out of here. And then another thing happens. Typically, I attract narcs just from the strength of being a healer. And y'all just like fucking can like fucking scope us out like fucking, I don't know. But yeah.
This girl says she attract narcs. Man, it is so funny to me when a woman always say what they attract. Listen, as a person, man, you could attract whatever you want. It's not the fact that you attract narcs. You're attracted to narcs. You don't attract them. You just attracted to that. You ever notice when a woman I always attract bad boys, I always attract toxic guys. No, you don't just attract toxic guys. You're attracted to toxic. I want to say that because it doesn't sound politically correct. So sometimes they'll say certain words as a deflection to make a political correct statement because they don't want to look like, they don't want to look bad about what it is that they're into. They don't want to say it, but deep down inside, that's what they like. You like narcs. That's what it is. Continue.
Being a therapist don't fucking matter. Y'all are full of shit anyway. I hope y'all be delivered from that. Because as of now, all y'all deserve is hell in jail. But I'm open.
All they deserve is hell in jail. Do you understand, like, when I tell y'all about semen demons, it's a real thing. And this woman has for sure been inserted with several semen demons. All they deserve is hell in jail. This is the Western mindset in America now, guys. This is why I tell you, get your passport, go abroad, man. And like I said, she's just bold enough to say this stuff. And she's a therapist in her office saying this. If she's willing to say this and put her career on the line, imagine what girls say behind closed doors about guys every day, right? Continue.
To forgiveness. Loosely. So yeah, I'm gonna reiterate one more time. Just because I'm a therapist, don't stop men from being shitty to me. If anything, they think it's more excusable because I'm supposed to be like, oh, healing woosah. The world is, no. I might be a therapist, but I go up in your shit. I might be a therapist, but I'm not all the way healed myself.
You hear what you just said? That me being a therapist doesn't stop man from being, what she said, being a therapist doesn't stop man from doing what? Treating her like shit, right? I go up in your shit. I'm not completely healed myself. She's telling you exactly what it is. You can clearly see this as a female who's been very promiscuous, slept with a whole bunch of guys, been through a whole bunch of trauma, and she's not healed herself. How can you be a non-healed person, but you're giving therapy to people? You're trying to heal people, but you're not healed yourself. How can you be a therapist and you're not even healed yourself and you're trying to heal other people? You're extremely damaged and torn. This is sad, y'all, but let's continue.
I might be a therapist, but I was raised in the hood and don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. So me being a therapist don't really got shit to do with y'all being shit. I love y'all though. Be well, kings.
She told them to go to hell, but then she tells them that she loves them. Be well, kings. This woman is a nut. Let's continue.
I fucking love it here. First off, y'all bitches is smart. This is the exact The comment says, I wish men would understand that emotional intelligence is so important because of how much clarity/security it would bring to your lives. Y'all think bitches just be talking in y'all ear just to be fucking talking. We don't. Y'all think bitches just want to argue with y'all because y'all refuse to expand your emotional vocabulary. We don't.
Hold on, I'm gonna rewind this, y'all.
Y'all think bitches just be talking in y'all ear just to be fucking talking. We don't.
Some women do be talking just to talk because some women can't take L's and some women just overly argumentative and they always feel the need to get the last word. So that's a cap. But continue.
Y'all think bitches just want to argue with y'all because y'all refuse to expand your emotional vocabulary. We don't. It's to provide clarity for both us and y'all dusty bitches. Let me stop.
Now she calling those guys dusty. Those guys will get triggered, but as a guy, if you're not a dusty man, you won't take no offense to that. You know what I'm saying? As far as her trying to give advice to guys, I agree if it's guys out there who've been through a lot of trauma and who need therapy, right? All right, cool. But you should also be giving advice to females because let's be honest, the women is the one who choose the man. The men don't choose the women. So anything that's going on with the girls is men that she has chosen. Women get to pick. And I don't have a lot of sympathy with girls when they go through things with guys, certain things with men, because they pick the guy. When it for most mass majority of women, for every woman that picked a bad guy, it was hundreds of good guys, but she overlooked those good guys and she chose to be with that bad guy, and then she cried about the outcome. I don't have no sympathy for that because you chose him. But let's continue.
This shit really truly irks me because when I say you need to expand your emotional vocabulary, it's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right?
But you see how narrow minded she is on that aspect, men not being able to communicate. Now, who would she be talking about? Men not being able to communicate. The Pookies and the Ray Rays who cannot communicate. That's who she's referring to. She's so used to dealing with a small demographic of men that she don't know there's a very broad option of guys who are very great at their communication skills. I am one man who know how to communicate. There are other men like myself who are good at communicating, who come from the inner cities. I'm from the streets. I come from that environment. And you build yourself, you improve yourself to work your way through it, right? But she's so narrow-minded. She's so used to dealing with only mass majority of Pookies and Ray Rays that she doesn't understand that there's a larger audience of men who can communicate. Completely fine. Continue.
Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized?
If a bitch is telling you to communicate more, open up your fucking mouth. That's not feminine at all. You hear how she's speaking, guys? It's not feminine. This is not the kind of woman that you want to be with. You see what I'm saying? And she's advocating men to go out and communicate. And that's her way of saying, express the way you feel. She wants y'all to be mushy and gushy like a gummy bear. The same guy that they overlook every fucking day. They asking you to go be that guy, whine and complain. Oh, you don't express yourself to me. And then as soon as you go be like that, guess what they're going to do? Lose attraction for you. They cry and complain about something that they're attracted to. The same thing they cry about is the same thing they like. Oh, he never communicates. How long you been with him? I've been with him for 5 or 10 years. Well, guess what? Clearly she like it. Because guess what? It was a whole bunch of other guys out there before you met this dude that was expressing himself to you, telling you how much he liked you. You didn't want him. They ask for something that they lose attraction for and they don't want. So she's advocating for men to go out here and be icy blue pill beta saps and be super duper emotional and mushy and gushy like a gummy bear. I'm telling y'all, don't do that. It's okay to have great communication. You know what I'm saying? As a man, being able to communicate with a woman. But as far as being mushy and gushy, no, you're a guy. Men are meant to be logical thinkers, protectors, and providers. All that emotional stuff, that's for them. They're emotion-based creatures. That's not your responsibility as a guy. Continue.
And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling.
It's not a lot of motherfuckers. Again, Pookies and Ray Rays can't express the way they feeling. It's a large percentage of men who can express the way they feel. But those are the people that you're dealing with. Those are the kind of men that you find attractive, because we can already tell you're a broken, toxic female who lost her ability to pair bond, because guess what? You got so many semen demons and your soul ties in you that you have lost your ability to even be able to be a woman and be feminine. That whole little scenario has completely that ship is sailed for her.
So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult.
Now you see how she's saying? Again, like I said to y'all, she's advising y'all to be mushy and gushy like Gummy Bear, the guys, and be extremely expressive about your emotions and how you feel, right? There's a way to communicate to a woman, but you don't have to be mushy and gushy like a gummy bear and into your feelings and all that other stuff. See, those are things that she need to be expressing to women. That's a conversation you need to have in a what's name with a woman. You don't need to have those conversations with men. Men aren't built to be icy blue pill beta saps, man. You see what I'm saying? But that's what she's telling guys to do. It'll make them better, open up more doors. No, it won't, because there's a whole bunch of guys who express themselves emotionally every day to girls. Oh, I think you're so beautiful and I like you. And, I really want to take you out sometime. And those be the same guys that are emotionally available that girls overlook every single day. That's the mass majority of men who are struggling with women, when it's a third of men who are reported being celibate, because they aren't having sex because it's so hard to get laid, because they are those guys. So what she's saying is wrong. The statistics don't match what she's saying, because that large demographic of guys aren't getting laid. Let's continue.
When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself.
You don't have to express your emotional vocabulary to understand your awareness. I'm not an ultra sensitive guy who's mushy and gushy like a gummy bear. I know how to communicate, but I'm not going to be mushy and gushy like a gummy bear and be all in my feelings and just expressing myself and how I feel 24/7. We're men, but at the same time, I can still be very well calibrated about what's going on. So, you don't got to do all that, y'all. But let's continue.
When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh.
Yeah, we understand the world's difficult for us, but the problem is most girls are empathetic to that, and they don't even care to even realize that enough at all. Women don't care about how hard the world is to us. That's not nothing that women sympathize or even, empathize over at all. Let's continue.
When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all.
Listen, guys, you don't have to go to therapy to talk about things that's on your chest as far as what you're going through on an everyday basis. That's what you got male counterparts for, like your brothers, your homeboys, your friends. Those are the guys that you get together and you talk about these personal things. You don't need to go out there being mushy and gushy and being emotional with women and stuff like that. Therapy is for, like, I would say traumatic experiences, things you might have dealt with, growing up, that can help you improve. Cool. But as far as being mushy and gushy like a gummy bear and expressing your feelings in the everyday society that you living in, man, that's what you use your homeboys to talk about that with, man. But let's continue.
Are doing a disservice to y'allself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect.
Well, men never asked women to elevate their standards. Women fought for equality to be able to do, things that men do, as far as being in the workforce, being able to work, being able to vote, you know what I'm saying? being able to play sports, all these different things. They fought for equality, and then once equality was granted to a female, they forgot who gave it to them, and now they think they're better than the guy, and they want to be the guy without having the responsibility of being the man. We didn't ask for that, y'all did. But continue.
Like, step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch.
We already talked about that, y'all. But we're gonna move on to the next.
I want to get something off my
Now hold up, y'all. Listen to this. Check this out.
man that thoroughly frustrates me. Can I do it? I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. You know, my favorite flavor of ice cream is hardworking black man, but I can't seem to find that flavor in the store no more. And
I bet you can't find that flavor in the store because you took more dicks to the gut than a porno star. Now it's too late for that. I bet you can. You done lost your ability to pair bond. You just a semen demon receiver and a heartless type of female. But let's continue.
And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck why. In my experience, specifically when it comes to dating, black men just off top want bitches to submit, but provide nothing to submit to. Nowadays, y'all don't even have the education or credentials to be talking to a bitch.
Now, of course, guys, she's speaking about Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Now, the guys that she find attractive or the men that you say you attract, because those are the guys that you only qualify for because you didn't gave your wound to a whole bunch of men. So the only man who's going to deal with you is the demographic of the Pookies and Ray Rays. So yeah, those guys might not have nothing to submit for you, but for the top 10 or 20% of men who's going out there, created a world for themselves, who are successful, have businesses and have careers, can provide stability. But those guys who can provide stability to her don't want her because she's used up. You only have enough room to attract the Pookies and Ray Rays. So yeah, they may not, but the guys who are the 10 to 20% of population who don't want whores, guess what? They have something for you to follow. Continue.
Especially out the side of your neck. I found.
Oh yeah, one more thing too, y'all. I got to add on to that. You don't have to have a college education necessarily to be successful. People get successful in different ways, whether it's in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying? Or you build a business, maybe it's some guys out here who don't have no college education. They build businesses, scaled it up, became successful, it's different ways to make money and stuff like that. That's what I would say about that one though. But that's a long topic right there. Let's continue.
That in a lot of intimate relationships, there's this pit-pat like competition of who makes the most and who does this and who does that, when it should be a symbiotic relationship. Black men are so consumed with being dominant and being on top. For what?
Absolutely, because this is the topics that we talk about, and she say we're so hard on being on top and being our thing. Absolutely, every man want to be in position where he has power, where he's a leader, he has resources. That's the only thing that y'all want to submit to, especially these black aggressive masculine females. You got to be up and beyond in the States for her to want to submit to you anyway. Now let's be honest, she's saying that now, especially a black female, imagine mass majority of black girls, not all, but mass majority of black girls, if you are equal to them, they're not going to submit to you because they think they're equal to you. So if they make as much money as you make, they feel like they could provide just as much authority as you. So she's not going to submit to you. If you make less than her, she ain't going to follow your lead. So yes, guys want to go up and beyond and become successful because men are trying to fight tooth and nail to become somebody and improve themselves to a world of westernized black females that's been deprived. You know what I'm saying? I won't say deprived of westernized black women who been raised by probably single moms and didn't have a dad around. They got a lot of daddy issues, so they don't even understand what leadership really is to even want to let a guy lead in the first place. So it's a whole lot of problems in the black society when we're talking about the black woman, So yeah, these guys is under condition to feel like they need to go out and go crazy about becoming up and beyond to become somebody to prove themselves to a demographic of women who really don't deserve them once they become that, and that's a black man that I'm speaking on right now. But let's continue.
At the cost of dimming your bitch's shine. I was in a relationship with someone who said they no longer respected me the moment I
Them and the woman. Oh, I'm gonna rewind that just a little bit, y'all. Excuse me.
Fine.
Them and the woman shine. Now let's be honest. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to a woman, women want to go out and get careers and all this other stuff. But let's be honest. When it comes to having a family, somebody gotta be hands on with those kids, right? Which is the woman. The women are typically the nurturer, right? So you can't go out and put your career first and then still try to be a mom to children. Some got to give. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to take that leap and say, you know what? I'm gonna be home and be hands-on with the children, nurture the kids, and take care of the house. As the man go out and provide, you know what I'm saying, and protect. That's how this situation, that's how this thing goes. You want to have a career and then still try to be a mom at the same time. It's not gonna work like that. You see what I'm saying? And then if you a mom and then you got a career, then guess what? The man get neglected. Now he's not in the equation. You can't be hands-on completely as a mother if you got a career that you're pursuing. It's not going to work. Something has to give. Continue.
I was in a relationship with someone who said they no longer respected me the moment I started making more than them. Behavior.
Now she said she was in a relationship with somebody who didn't respect her. The moment he started making more than her, right? Now, you know, I'd have to hear his side of the story or whatever the case is, because they love to tell what they're going to say and then make it sound one way when it's really another way. You know, I had to hear the whole thing. So that ain't nothing we could really speak on.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence. And I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment.
Now, notice all the videos I just played for y'all online, right? And all the stuff that she was saying, all the twerking she was doing, advocating being a whore. Now she's surprised that she lost her job after all the stuff that she put online. You work for a company that has a brand, and you are potentially tarnishing a brand because you're working there. They're not gonna mess their brand up dealing with you. They're gonna detach their brand away, their brand name away from you. So they're gonna get rid of you. Now it's crazy that she's surprised that she's losing her job. Do y'all not see the delusion in her? All the stuff that she did and said online, and surprised that she's losing her job. Continue.
All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have no fucking emotional skills. And
now you see how she want to clear it up and now sound more educated when she's speaking about these things. But this is not how she was talking about the guy in the previous videos that I played for y'all. You see how they say it one way? You didn't word it that way.
I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives would radically improve if you expanded the shit that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that. Instead of being accountable, like, hey, this bitch see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt that you contacted Massa. That's exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter, cause y'all need fucking help. And y'all wanted to argue with bitches blue till they fucking blue in the face.
Men need help, but you a therapist that need therapy and advocating for women to go out and be whores, and then when they get older, tell their grandkids how they was whoring, right? And then you admit in other video that you aren't completely healed, but men need therapy. This girl's crazy, man. She's delusional.
Some of you hoes is not gonna be saved, and that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool, we starting a discussion on mental health, and you might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, you know, shaking the tables, I don't give a fuck. But then it turns into this entire crusade of attacking a black woman who serves the fucking black community.
Now is attacking a black woman. Now, do y'all not see how now she's playing the victim when she was attacking a black man, going crazy online on social media when you have a job while you're in your office? And then surprised when this thing goes viral and then you lose your job. Get y'all passports, man. Continue.
There were comments like, I'm gonna find her credentials and report her because I told y'all to be better. Yeah, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all scream that y'all want to protect women, protect black women specifically, but have done nothing to protect this black woman who has been serving the communities. I have been violated in several areas, and I'm going to outline each one. This article was written.
You've been violated in several areas, and you're going to out each one, right? You've been violating all these men verbally, but now all of a sudden, when you lost your job, now you're the innocent bystander. You were doing the violating, but now you're saying you've been violated. Continue.
By a fucking black woman, putting my full government and my place of employment. So being doxxed by a black woman can't fake, kind of fucking hurts, and she never once reached out to me or contacted me so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article.
Your side of the story is online. The evidence is there. You don't need, it's nothing else you can say.
Article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
See how crazy she is? Talking about something you wanted better for them. But listen, the way that she went about saying it, she wanted better for them, wasn't in a way where it was going to look well online, especially when you work for somebody. You don't have your own company. You are a therapist. You have a reputation. You work for another brand. Continue.
A plethora of black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired. You succeeded, but you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses while shaking our asses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better.
Educate the masses while shaking your asses. I'm not even going to respond to that. Continue.
I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in.
You was willing to mess your contract up to go online, advocate for women to be whores, twerk, and talk about manifesting while you twerk and getting closer to God. And then you're bashing guys online, black men online, calling them dusty. And you thought that would secure your spot in your contract at your job. Delusional. Now check this out, y'all. Now notice that all the other videos that I played, watch what happens now. All the tough talking and I don't give a fuck and everything she was saying. Pay close attention. Now watch what happened.
Society is already very difficult for black people in general. And for people to call into question saying that I hate black men is asinine to me because black everything matters. Black everything matters. When they see you walking down the street, they don't see a human being. They see what's been perpetuated in society. They see what's been perpetuated in the media, that you're aggressive, that you're violent. But I know that these behaviors that are being exhibited are actually depression and anxiety. And unfortunately, society has taught you that anger and lashing out and fighting back is the only acceptable response.
Now, y'all, this is not the tone of voice she had. These are not the choice of words she used when she was speaking about those black guys. Now that you've lost your job and you're crying, now you want to get into this whole woman thing and talk all soft and soft-spoken and act like you supposed to be have some type of empathy for guys all of a sudden now. But she was bashing them before. You see what happened now that she lost her job? Now she want to cry and play victim. But let's continue, y'all.
I am pleading pleading that y'all seek help because women are hurting. We want you to be better. But I'm getting attacked. People are calling my employment, asking that I get fired because I want you guys to be better. Again, like I said, I apologize for my delivery. This is a little spicy sometimes.
You don't apologize for your delivery. Only reason why she's saying she's sorry is because she lost her job. Had she still had her job, she'd be online still bashing all those black guys and stuff like that. I don't personally take it no way to her because I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff she's talking about. It don't really apply to me at all anyway. But this is the thing, y'all. Now all of a sudden it's tears. She crying, then she acting like she's so empathetic towards the guys and all this other stuff. Now, had she went online all these other times that she was posting and she had that kind of tone and she spoke about those guys, she would probably be able to reach out to some of those guys and get more clients. But you went about it the wrong way. You know, the way she delivered it was completely off. Now, the way that you're delivering things is the way that you should have delivered it in the beginning, but that's not what she did, you know. But let's continue.
But just know that my anger and my frustration and my passion is coming from a place of needing. I need y'all to heal. I don't need it. Society needs it.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Oh, you need it too. You need it too. You are damaged, lost. She definitely needed it. And also, why you telling men to get therapy, tell women to get therapy too, because these women are choosing these men. These women are saying that they like toxic guys. Toxic is like the new thing now. So women are claiming they love toxicness. So why don't you advocate for them getting therapy too? But let's continue.
You need it. Have enough pride about yourself to want to do better. I understand I might not be the clinician for everyone, but I'm damn good at my job. I understand I might not be the clinician for anybody, but I've sparked a conversation. I've shook the table. If the words that I'm saying are resonating with you, please go talk to somebody. If there's a gap, fill that gap. Become counselors, become mental health professionals, so we can heal each other, so we can heal ourselves.
You was just online talking about twerking, and now you're talking about healing each other and healing ourselves and telling girls to be hoes. How can you tell girls to go out and be hoes and then talk about healing each other? Being a hoe ain't gonna help you during your healing process. It's gonna hinder you and hurt you even more. Man, listen, y'all gotta get y'all passports. I'm laughing at it because it's ridiculous, man. It just don't make no sense to me at all. But let's continue.
All that I ask is for men, black men specifically, just to build a greater awareness of yourselves. That's all that I ask, because your lives can improve radically as a result. Full transparency, accountability moment. I was a dusty bitch till I fucking went to therapy. I didn't realize that I was in an abusive situation.
You still dusty, man. Talk about until you went to therapy. You need to keep going. I don't know who you're going to therapy with, but you need to go every day because you are still torn. And I don't know who your therapist is. They need to work on you a lot more. You need to maybe look up and find somebody else because you are damaged. You are a hurt person trying to give advice to more hurt people.
I didn't realize that I wasn't communicating effectively. I didn't realize all of these things about myself until I went and talked to someone.
You're not communicating effectively now because you just went on social media and talked real bad about people and now you done lost your job. So you still not communicating effectively. If you was communicating effectively, you would have delivered all them other messages how you delivering it now. This is how you should have been talking to them before. If you really care about them and have any empathy towards the black man, this is exactly the video that you should have put out before you lost your job. These should have been the videos you've been posting, coming from a place of endearment where you actually care about the black man and you want to see some change. But see, this is all this acting and crying and that she doing, this is after she lost the job. You see, that's what I'm saying. I don't really have no sympathy towards her because you're doing this after the fact. This is how you should have been behaving before. But let's continue.
And I just pray and want that for you. I want you guys to feel seen. I want you guys to feel heard. Because you deserve it. All of us deserve unconditional positive regard. And I may not have shown that in the video because it's the internet. But when it comes to session...
You heard what she said? I might not have showed that online because it's the internet. So that means that she did it for the clicks. So which means that you're not really sympathetic with empathy. You're not showing empathy towards the male experience. It was all for the clicks. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You got to pay close attention when these women be speaking, man. This is how you should have been delivering it. You should have been extremely genuine when you spoke this way before. But now you want to act like you care, that all you care about is the fact that you lost your job. That's it. Then you want to go online and you was getting some clicks. You was getting a lot of, this what happened, y'all. She went online and was doing these videos and she started getting more and more support from these people leading her on, egging her on. All these icy blue pill beta sat males and these freaking girls lying to her. Yeah, girl, we support you. You're doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? It was all fun and games when she was getting those clicks and likes. Now it's not fun no more because you lost your job behind it. All that school you did, working hard, whatever you did to get in the position where you is, and you let it all go for some clicks and some likes online. Boy, they are slaves to their emotions, boy, and they are fiends for attention. You did all that to lose your job. To go on TikTok and get some views. Continue.
I am open. I provide a therapeutic, non-judgmental space because that's what the fuck we deserve. Because this society is not kind to us. It never has been. So we have to create that inner peace. And in order for you to do that, you have to be able to express things that you have been through. You have to expand your emotional vocabulary.
Man, y'all bitches don't give a fuck about what a man went through. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Man, listen, y'all. These girls don't care about that. Man, listen. Myron said it all fresh and fit. These women don't give a fuck about your struggles, man. It's a fact. Are there a demographic of girls out there who care? Sure. Mass majority of those girls are already taken. When dudes see that women are beautiful or half decent looking, they got a good heart, they get snatched up. Most of those girls are taken, and it's a small demographic of those girls. Most women don't give a fuck about your struggles. All this shit she's saying right now, it's all cap, guys. I'm just keeping it real with you. This is why I'm telling y'all to get your passports and go overseas. See, it's a different story, man. That's a whole nother topic. See, over there, they're raised and their culture's different, you know. They're raised to actually give a fuck about life and give a fuck about men. These women over in the States don't give a fuck about you, man. That's a fact. They don't care about your struggles, dog. Crying ain't gonna help you. Being all mushy and gushy like a gummy bear won't help. Continue.
You have to want it for you. You may not like what I say, and you may not even like me, and that's fine because you don't know me on a personal level. I get that. But I just want you guys to know that I'm not going to stop talking about these issues. I'm not going to stop talking about healing. I'm not going to stop talking about the betterment of Black people because it's me. I am a Black person who endures the struggles and the tribulations that Black people endure. I know what it feels like to be marginalized. I know what it feels like to be counted out. I know what that feels like.
Oh, this sounds so, look, y'all. Man, this girl, listen, y'all. All this sounds so good. And for the guys to get mushy and good like a gummy bear, like, oh, she care. Listen, all this would have been great. Like I just said to y'all, all this shit would have been great if you would have done this way before you got all the likes, before you lost your job and that contract, now that contract gone, and you want to act like you give a fuck, I'm not buying it. Where was the empathy? Where was the sympathy for the black man before you lost that contract and that job of yours? Before you was getting all them clicks, all them likes online, where was the sympathy for the black man then? Where was the cry for the black man days ago, right? When you was getting all them and you went viral and you getting all that attention and likes, where was the cry and care for a black man then? These girls don't give a fuck, man. This is all a sympathy and act, all because you lost your job, man. Let's continue.
So I apologize if anybody felt that I was coming at them or felt shame and anger. Those aren't good emotions to feel, and I completely empathize with that. But my message is clear. Please go help yourself. And it would be nice for my personal life to be left out of it. Because at the end of the day, I just want everyone to live safe and prosperous and healthy lives. And you don't have to endure all this shit alone.
Safe and prosperous. You was advocating girls to go out and beat thoughts. That don't sound safe and prosperous to me. Oh, man. Now is all this, you know. Listen, y'all, man, I said what I had to say, y'all. But one thing you got to understand is that's what these women do, man. And I won't say all women again, you know, but they're great actors. You know, see how she gave you that speech and crying, all the masculine hardcore energy, you bitches, be hoes, and yeah, shaking my hands for the universe, and but I can't seem to get a man, you black man, and you calling him whatever she called him. What she say? Dusty ninjas, whatever she said, right? Calling them dusty, all of these words. It was no room for endearment at that point in time. Now, after you lost your contract and your job, now all of a sudden you got sympathy and you got empathy for the black man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't buying it, man. Y'all icy blue pill, any icy blue pill, better sap can, man. I ain't buying that, man. I ain't hear none of this when you had all that attention. See, this is the thing, man. When a woman on a high horse and they at the peak of their prime and they getting all these options, all these different guys, VIP for free, people giving them everything, the whole world telling them they beautiful, selling the Disney fairy tale, they special. It don't be no empathy when they at the peak of their prime and the love and the hype, and they getting all this attention and validation online. They getting followers and views and going viral on TikTok. There's no empathy for the guy then. But when that shit gets shut down and it dry up, all of a sudden you want to come back down and be all feminine and all soft-spoken and then talk with the words of endearment. Get the fuck out of here, man. But listen, y'all, man. You just seen what happened. Y'all seen what happened, man. This is why I said, listen, get your passports and travel abroad, yo. Telling you, man, Philippines, no language barrier, you know. Thailand, a lot of women speak English in Thailand too, man. A lot of places in Europe, a lot of countries in Europe, you know, they speak English too. Listen, that's all I got to say about that, y'all. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Support the movement, man. The more I get from y'all, the more I can give y'all. But that's all I got to say about that. Listen, I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no